Hey entrepreneurs, it's your girl Ash the Entrepreneur, and today we're going to be talking about the tax planning organizer. Now, this tax planning organizer is something that I give to all of my clients generally around September, October each year, right before they're ready to get started planning their tax return. Now, this is for my self employed tax people so that they are able to kind of organize everything and kind of get a early start on their taxes and kind of know uh, where they're sitting as far as their income and expenses. All right, now this form makes it so much easier on your tax preparer and even on yourself so that you can kind of like accumulate all of your numbers into like a one easy form. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go step by step and kind of show you exactly how you would fill out this form. Now I created this form. As you can see, it says instructions for this organizer. This form is intended for those who currently or are new to the world of business ownership. As a business owner, you are required to keep track of all monies coming in and going out. Rather than taking a box of documents and receipts to your accountant, you should already have your final numbers to enter into your document. Please note you are still required to keep your receipts and documents in your file in case you need to retrieve them or in case of an audit. Now, remember, a paper trail is essential and officials expect for you to keep records of everything. Alright? So with that being said, we're going to go down further on the form. It says self-employment, business income and expenses. Business expenses deductions must be based on a log and or other receipts and records. The combination of records should document the business purpose, date, time, place, and amount. So as you can see, it says income, gross receipts or sales. So when you're looking in your books and you're tallying up all of your bank statements for the year of all of the money that came into your business, on this line you're going to put the total amount of gross receipts that you accumulated. Okay? And then I always put maybe like just a little note. Alright? If you want to be all the way thorough, then you can do the purpose, date, time, place, and all of that when it comes to it. But I do use that solely for like expenses. But you may want to put like a note in this box if you want in regards to the income. But that's solely up to you. But usually I'll put the total amount that I made. Now, if there were any returns or refunds, I'm going to put that total amount here. Alright? And then if there's any other kind of income that may have came in pertaining to this one business, you can put them here. And then in a note you can put, what they are. So it could be maybe tips. And maybe for the total year for tips, you receive $383 in tips. And maybe in a note you can type total amount of tips received for the year. Something basic or of that nature. Now moving forward, if you have inventory and merchandise in your business, then this would more so pertain to you. But if you don't have any merchandise or any kind of you're just selling, services, professional services or whatnot, then you probably don't have any inventory. But if you do, then you would put the cost of inventory at the beginning of the year, the cost of merchandise purchased, the cost of items for personal use, if any, the cost of inventory at the end of the year. Okay. Now moving forward to your advertising. So you're going to add up any kind of advertising that you may have spent. Business cards, flyers, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Twitter ads, billboards, signage, any kind of platforms that you may pay subscriptions for monthly for your marketing services or your advertising. You're gonna put that here, and then advertising is an expense, so you can definitely be kind of more descriptive here. So you can say like business, like say I had advertising for a total amount of 1100. I will break that down in the box. I would say business cards, $44.99. Business website, $199. Flyers, $26.99 plus tax. And whatever else, adding up to that 1100 that's in that box, for example, right? Now, bank charges, any bank charges, any fees of whatsoever that the bank would have charged you would be added up, and the subtotal will go here. You can put any notes here like bank fees, overdraft charges, bounce checks, anything that it may have consist of. Books and publications, just as it says, any kind of monies for books or publications that you may have paid out. You can be kind of descriptive and say here, maybe like 100 ebooks for a class or a course I did or whatever it may be. If it don't pertain to you, if these don't pertain to you, then I would just put like a NA or something like that, or a big fat zero, whatever you want to do. These are your records. Now, health insurance. If you spent out any money on health insurance pertaining to that business, any insurance, not life insurance, but any other kind of insurance paid out pertaining to that business would go here. You can kind of say what insurance it was, maybe what the premium, the total paid out, and maybe what date that you paid it or whatever. Any interest, mortgage paid to banks, so any kind of interest on mortgage will go here. And then any other kind of interest, you can name it and put it here. But it has to be pertaining to that business. Alright, now your internet cost. So if you're any internet cost that you may need for that business, you're going to total up what you spent year, for that year here. And what I generally do is, if I know that my business internet bill is $44.99, then, I just grab a calculator and I go 40, I grab a calculator, I might go $44.99 times 12 months, and that's giving me $540 a month that I spent total on internet service. And I will put that $539 here, and then I will put here, $54.99 for 12 months. Then, you're good. Moving forward, if you have any payroll costs that you might have put out, even, if it's independent contractor or whatnot, definitely put that here, and make sure you put the independent contractor, the name, maybe the date that you paid them, and maybe what it consisted of that you paid them for. Briefly, wages, commission, contract labor. You have professional dues and memberships. So if there's any kind of professional dues or memberships that you may have paid pertaining to the business, you would put those here. Sometimes, you may have memberships with different businesses, or you may be sponsoring different businesses or whatnot, paying membership fees or different things like that. But you would add all of that up, put it here, and just be kind of descriptive on the line. And same thing with professional license, postage postage and delivery. So any kind of shipping, postage, fees that you may have paid out, you're putting it here. Legal and professional fees. Any kind of legal fees you may have paid out in regards to this business. Any kind of professional services you may have paid out pertaining to this business. With this category, I like to tell my clients I put my tax fees that I may have paid for that year on this line. So if the previous line, if I may have paid my tax preparer $600 and something to do my business tax return, and then I'm gonna put $600 and something here on it, and then I'm gonna put, tax preparation fees for 2022. Okay. Any rent or lease in regards to like machinery or equipment. So if you had to rent any like equipment or machinery for your business to run properly, you want to put that there. And again, I bust out my calculator. If you're renting some type of equipment on a monthly basis and you're paying $15.99 a month for that piece of equipment, and you kept it all year, then that's roughly $192 a month, a year. So I put that on the line right there, $192. I think it was like something like that. And then I put $15.99 tool rental, 12 months. Wow, easy. Moving forward, the rent or lease on any office space storage, you're gonna put that here. Same here. So if you're paying a rental fee, $499 a month to rent a unit, and you're gonna time that times 12 months. That's $5,988 that you've spent all year on that. We're gonna put that there, $5,988, and we're gonna put that as location rental fees for 12 months. And then even if parentheses, you could put your address to your property, to just kind of be a little bit more specific, if you want. And repairs, any kind of repairs you may have had to pay out, you want to put there. Retirement account contributions, you want to put there, along with the deductible, non-deductible for retirement account contributions. Then we're going to be on supplies. And now, I always put a grand total on my supplies here, and these would make up that grand total. So, say, excuse me, I had a total of $13.90 in supplies. I can put office supplies, $390. Office supplies, purchase, and then other supplies, let's say 1,000. We can say for weekly events, weekly paid events. something of that nature, so that way they'll know. So now you see that that 1,000 plus 390 equals 1390. This is the total amount on supply. And then this is what it consists of. Taxes, same thing here. Whatever the total amount of taxes, sales, property, other. These are going to consist of this mega number. Telephone, home, sale. Okay, so if you spent 50, 25 here, 25 there. You put biz line. I'm just getting lazy, but you definitely are going to be more descriptive however you like in your records. But home 25, biz sale, and then utilities, enter home, utilities elsewhere. So this is only for the location pertaining to this business. So the total amount of utilities that you spend for the year. So I didn't know, we pay $200 a month for your electric times 12 months. That's $240 for the electric, and you can put that. For the gas. I'm sorry, $2,400 for the gas, $200 per month, and water. Yes, they have runs 118, and we're doing that times 12 months. Okay, that's 1416 that I spent out on that. By 118 a month. Remember, this has to match your record, so don't lie. Just try to be as precise as possible. I'm making up numbers. I know you guys know that. Now, education and seminars. So if you had to buy, any seminars or educational courses to stay, up on your expertise, just so that you can be better at what you do. You definitely want to put those here. And you always want to take, courses or whatnot to boost up your skill set. So this year I did a couple courses. They were real cheap coupon courses. They were like $6 or $10, something like that. So I spent like a total of $33. So I remember that. I'm gonna put that on the line, $33. And I'm gonna say 2 courses special. And just because I remember they were on coupon, just so like if I ever needed to dig out my notes too, like if dig out my records, these is gonna kind of give me an idea of where I'm going to grab it, like or whatever, because it's a lot of work getting this prepared. So business, meals, and entertainment. If you had to eat any meals or buy any kind of food or entertainment in pertaining to your business meetings, get-together, events, anything of that nature, you want to luncheons, you want to put that here, and you want to total up all the receipts or transactions in your banking history pertaining to your business, meals, and entertainment. And you're gonna put this on the line, and then you're just gonna label what it's for. Okay, it could be venue rental, and table and chair rental and setup. I don't know. Okay. And for business, meals, and entertainment, you must also document that one, you discussed business during the meal, or you had a substantial and bona fide business discussion or activity before or after the meal, entertainment, or you ate alone while out of town for a business deal. You must record the name and business relationship of each person entertained. Okay? So put that in the notes here. In addition to venue rental and table rental setup, you're going to put one of those. Alright. Now, moving forward to business gifts. Gifts are limited to $25 per person per year. You may not deduct these expenses unless they are documented. So you want to document all business gifts, and then definitely put, the name and the amount of the business gifts. I would put if it was a total of 200, and then 100 from Bob, 100 from Susan on September 1st, on September 3rd for donation. Donation for donation. Okay. Now, business equipment purchased during the year. So, if you purchase any equipment during the year, you're going to put it here. You're going to put the date you purchased it. You're going to put the description of what it is, or what it's going to be used for, and you're going to put the total cost. Okay? And I gave you 3 boxes you can use to actually put in any purchases that you may have made. Just remember to be honest and make sure you have your records to pull out just in case they're requested. Alright? Now remember, once you pull out that big box of receipts and you complete this document, after that you're going to be able to throw them receipts back away in your records, and you're not even going to have to touch them unless they're requested to be reviewed. Otherwise, you won't need them, okay? Because when you sit down once a year to do this, this is kind of compiling all of that information. Alright, so we're almost done here. After you wrote down your business equipment you purchased, we're moving on to home office expenses. To qualify, a home office must be used exclusively and on a regular basis as your principal place of business, or by patients or clients or customers in meetings or dealings with you in the normal course of business. Alright, so you're going to put the total square feet of your home. Okay, so 367 square feet of my home. Alright, and then they ask square foot of your office. So you're going to get your office measured, and it's only going to be put on here if it's exclusively used for business. Okay, so I'll say my office that's exclusively used is about 150 square feet of that. And then they ask square feet of any storage that's used for business. So that's about 50 square feet, I would say. About 50 square feet. And rent. If you own your home, provide purchase settlement statement and list improvement to office. So any rent you can put there. I usually don't put nothing there. Alright, now utility. This is pertaining to your home. Okay, before we did the utilities for business, so this is pertaining to your home. So you'll put the utilities used for your home here. Utilities, gas, and water. Any management, condo fees, home association fees, general home maintenance fees, repairs, roof, outside painting, okay, not lawn care. So you're not going to put lawn care here. So anything else like a roof, outside painting, drywall, carpet, stuff like that. And just make sure you're super descriptive of what it is and when you got it done, how much you paid. Now, if you have a business automobile, do not complete this section if your personal automobile is for commuting to and from work and your personal travel. So this is only for a work truck or vehicle that's exclusively used for the business, like a van for a medical transport company, or like a work truck or a truck for a fleet, for a fleet company or something like that. That, and it's solely used for that, not the car that you drive to and from work. You drive to McDonald's and to pick your kids up, and then you also use to go see clients and business errands. No, not that. Just a dedicated vehicle for your business. You're gonna put them here: vehicle 1, 2, 3, 4. The vehicle description, the make and model, the date originally purchased for each vehicle, the cost of each vehicle, the year purchased only, the cost in the year purchased, parking that you incur due to that each vehicle for that year. So depending on what, you may have 7 drivers, or you have 4 drivers, so that's 4 different vans, and 3 of those vans could have received parking tickets. So you want to put the amount of parking tickets or parking fees or any of that under, not really parking tickets, I'm sorry, parking fees under which vehicle it applies to. And you want to make sure it's under each said vehicle. Okay. Then you want to put the total miles driven this year for business purposes. So I'm sure at the beginning of the year, you want to make sure you keep note of the beginning mileage, and then you're going to keep note of the ending mileage of the year. So when you get to your calculator, you're going to take the ending mileage that you're seeing at the end. It could be 66,000 at the end of the year, and you're gonna minus that from the amount that you have written down from the beginning of the year. So at the beginning of the year, it was 56,222, and you're gonna see that the difference was 9,778 miles driven for that one vehicle. So you would take the 9,778, and you would put that there. And then you would go to your next vehicle and do the same thing. The ending mileage was 69,352. Minus the beginning of the year balance, which was 62,522, which means that this vehicle only drove 6,830 miles this year. So we're gonna put 68 real for this year, and then you're gonna do it for each one. So that way you will have a total amount of mileage, parking fees, or whatnot, and everything for each vehicle. Now here, you're gonna make sure that you're gonna keep track of the business miles you may have driven per vehicle. So the first driver may have driven, 9,708 miles, and they have to be put on here and divided up. So to professional meetings, between first and second job seeking, for investment and tax preparation, rental activities, self-employment business, temporary job site, average distance, round trip to work, number of days driven to work this year. So you're gonna put each box here as accurately as possible. If you can't, it's okay. And then you're gonna put the amount of days that the vehicle was driven for the year. Okay? And just remember it's 365 days in a year. So yeah, see how many days that your car was on the road. And you're gonna put it for each vehicle. Now, moving forward on to the business automotive expenses, like the repairs and everything pertaining to the to the vehicle. So, gas, oil change, lubrication for each vehicle for the year. It's usually after 3,000 miles. So sometimes, pretty sure with drivers, you get a couple, about maybe three oil changes a year. So you can put that there. Repairs and maintenances, anything that had to do with each vehicle, put the total amount. Tire and batteries, but you make sure you put them in the right category. So tire and batteries, repair and maintenance, license and taxes, right? Any sales taxes, license, interest, wash and wax. You have to keep them wash and wax, right? Now, I know one of my clients have a driving company. They have 7 different vehicles, and they do a monthly plan through Quality Scrub for a monthly fee where they can just go anytime during the month to get a car wash with just an app on their phone, and they just pay one monthly fee plus each additional car. So for the business, I think it's like $34 a month plus for the first 3 cars, and then you have to add the other 4 on. So that's additional. So they pay like $100 a month for their car wash for all of them. So if you pay $100 a month, right, times 12 months, that's $1,200, right? But then you're gonna divide that by the 4 vehicles, right? So that's $300 each. And you'll put the $300 each for the wash and wax. Because if you add the $300 up each, if you split it up, that's how much each car would have paid on that $1,200 invoice per year, right? So that's how you would break that down. Lease payments, right? If you're paying like a one lease payment for all of your vehicles, so if you're paying like $3,900 for all 4 of your vehicles, again, you're gonna divide that by the 4. You're gonna take the $3,900 times that by 12, right? So that means that's a total of $46,800 that you spend yearly on the leasing of the 4 vehicles. But then if you divide it by the 4, that's $11,700 per vehicle. So that's what you're gonna put on the line, $11,700. And you're gonna put that under each vehicle, because that $11,700 for each vehicle adds up to the $46,000 that you are paying. Oops. Right? So boom. Yep. 11,000, 11,000, 11,000, 11,000. So this 11,000 here adds up to the 46,000 total that you're paying yearly for leasing all 4 vehicles, right? You want to get credit for all this. That's why you're breaking all this down to your tax repair, because you want to get credit for everything. because this paper is going to be full when you're done, right? And we're almost done. Not anything else that's not on a list pertaining to, your vehicles and money that you spent out on your vehicles, you can add here on other, and just make sure you put a little description and put the amount for each here. Alright, and then travel expenses. Now, travel expenses pertaining to the business. Alright, so airfare, train, and bus, any amount there. Alright, now auto, rental, taxi there. Ride share would also be included in that. Just make sure you label it, meals and tips, lodging, any laundry, dry cleaning, right? Tips, okay? Any, thing that you had to buy pertaining to that trip, or, pertaining to this business trip, and just add it in. Make sure you're being descriptive. Put the amount. And that's it. That completes your entire tax organizer, because that gives you all of the most commonly used expenses. If you go through all of your records and you get your total amounts and you get them down on this form, and you do this every single year, you're going to see how much this helps you and how much it makes a difference. So I really hope that this helps you. I hope that, you definitely learned something today, and you can definitely share this with somebody else who may need it. I'm sure there's millions of other entrepreneurs out there that can use this. If so, share the wealth, because it's definitely beneficial and it will definitely help you at the end of the day. And you'll see. Alright, so after you do yours, if you don't mind just leaving me a small comment, letting me know how it helped you. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you think it's going to be beneficial for you. Let me know if this is something kind of like a system you already have in place. Just kind of let me know what's going on. And I will talk to you guys on our next video. And I wish you all good luck. Blessings.